Long ago, in a faraway land where the sky was as blue as the ocean, and the clouds drifted like cotton candy dreams, there lived a young boy named Finn. Now, Finn wasn't your ordinary kid. He had a head full of wild imagination and a heart brimming with the spirit of adventure. You could say he had the soul of a sky pirate. Finn spent his days scouring dusty books in his grandpa's attic, each page whispering tales of daring escapades and hidden treasures. His room was a treasure trove of maps, charts, and trinkets, collected during his imaginary voyage. And whenever the moon hung like a silver coin in the night sky, Finn would stand on his tiptoes, stretch his arms wide, and declare, "One day I'll join the sky pirates and sail among the stars." But then one day, as Finn was dusting off an ancient book, something incredible happened. An old, leather-bound journal fluttered out, revealing a secret pocket containing a crumpled map and a tarnished compass. The moment Finn laid his hands on the map, it felt as if the paper hummed with magic. As he unfurled it, the lines twisting and turning before his eyes, a thrill shot through him. This was no ordinary map. It was a guide to the legendary Sky Pirate Cove, hidden somewhere in the Whispering Woods. His grandpa, a man with twinkling eyes and a beard like spun moonlight, had always hinted at the existence of sky pirates, mysterious explorers who sailed through the skies, discovering uncharted lands and unearthing forgotten secrets. Now, armed with the map and compass, Finn knew his adventure had begun. As he slipped into his explorer's coat, a determined look settled on his face. He tucked the map and compass into his pockets and stepped out into the sunshine. The Whispering Woods awaited. The woods were like nothing Finn had ever seen. Sunlight dripped through the leaves, dappling the forest floor in emerald and gold. Strange mushrooms peeked from under the trees, and butterflies with wings like stained glass danced among the flowers. The air buzzed with the music of birds, and the scent of pine and damp earth filled his lungs. As he ventured deeper into the woods, the trees seemed to form a secret pathway just for him. Following the map's faded markings, Finn walked over moss-covered stones, crossed gurgling streams, and climbed over fallen logs. Each step brought him closer to the Sky Pirate Cove. Then suddenly, as the trees parted, the most spectacular sight unfolded before his eyes. Hidden in a clearing bathed in sunlight was a magnificent hot air balloon basket woven from vines and adorned with feathers and beads. It was nestled beside a wooden staff topped with a swirling metal spiral. A gentle breeze rustled through the leaves overhead, and the whole scene looked like a secret whispered just for him. Taking a deep breath, Finn approached the balloon. As he reached out to touch it, the beads and feathers seemed to shimmer and glow, as if responding to his touch. That's when he heard a voice, as light as wind chimes. So the legend tells of a curious lad who finds the Sky Pirate Cove, brave, kind, and true, with a heart for adventure and a thirst for the new. Startled, Finn whirled around to find a tiny yet spirited woman with hair like spun moonlight and eyes that twinkled like distant stars. She wore a flowing sky-blue dress and a leather belt adorned with navigational tools. A mischievous grin played on her lips. "Are you the chosen one?" she asked, her gaze piercing. Before Finn could reply, the wind swirled around them, carrying with it the laughter of pirates and the melody of distant drums. The tiny woman raised her hand, palm open, and a miniature hot air balloon materialized in her palm. With a playful wink, she sent it soaring into the air. "Follow me," she called, her voice echoing with "Your adventure awaits." And without a moment's hesitation, Finn followed. The wind beneath his feet, Finn raced through the woods, leaping over fallen branches, diving under arching vines and racing along winding paths. He could hear the distant strains of music growing louder with each passing moment. As he burst through a final thicket of trees, he found himself in a breathtaking clearing. Before him lay a vast field dotted with wildflowers, stretching all the way to the horizon, and in the center stood a majestic hot air balloon basket even grander than the one he'd seen before. It was crafted from polished wood and decorated with vibrant flags and celestial maps. A gangplank extended invitingly toward a hill that rose like a gentle giant in the distance. From every corner of the clearing, other children emerged, their faces alight with excitement. Some were perched on toadstools, others balanced on tree stumps, and some simply stood with hands raised in anticipation. Among them, Finn spotted familiar faces from his village, children he'd known since he was a baby. At the sight of Finn, the tiny woman, who introduced herself as Celeste, the Sky Pirate Queen, beamed. "Welcome, young Finn," she cried, her voice ringing with joy. "You've found the Sky Pirate Cove." With that, she gestured toward the hot air balloon. "It's time for our adventure to begin." As the children gathered around the balloon, Celeste explained that they were about to embark on a journey beyond their wildest dreams. Their destination, the Starry Isles, a magical archipelago hidden amidst the clouds. These islands, she said, were home to wondrous creatures and untold mysteries just waiting to be discovered. The moment arrived for them to board the balloon. Hand in hand, the children climbed into the spacious basket, their laughter echoing through the clearing. As the last rays of sunlight touched the horizon, casting long shadows on the ground, Finn and the other children soared into the twilight sky. The balloon floated effortlessly upwards, leaving the familiar landscape behind and entering a world of perpetual dusk. As the night deepened, thousands of stars twinkled above them, guiding their path. Hours passed like minutes, as the children gazed in awe at the ever-changing tapestry of the night sky. Celeste, with her keen eye, pointed out constellations, each a unique character in her fantastical tales. She spoke of valiant knights, cunning foxes and playful sprites, weaving stories that matched the shapes of the stars. Then, as if on cue, the sky cleared, revealing a vast expanse of velvety darkness sprinkled with 1,000,000 diamond-like stars. In the distance, they saw it, a cluster of islands floating serenely on the horizon, the Starry Isles. As the balloon descended toward the nearest island, the children gasped. Lush greenery carpeted the land, waterfalls cascaded down cliffs, and exotic flowers bloomed in every color imaginable. Tiny houses nestled among the trees, and in the distance they heard the faint strum of a harp carried on the gentle breeze. Stepping onto the island, Finn felt as if they'd landed in a dream. The air was warm and fragrant, alive with the songs of unseen creatures. A narrow path beckoned through the undergrowth, promising untold wonders. Hand in hand, the children followed the path, venturing deeper into the island's embrace. The sounds of the harp grew louder, and soon they emerged into a sun-dappled clearing. There, bathed in golden light, stood a magnificent palace, crafted from shimmering crystal. Vines adorned its walls, and crystal-clear waterfalls flowed from its balconies. At the very top, a figure stood silhouetted against the sun, playing a harp that seemed to glow with celestial light. As the children watched, mesmerized, the figure at the harp turned. A gentle smile touched her lips, and she began to sing. Her voice, as clear and sweet as a mountain stream, seemed to touch the very core of their beings. And as her song filled the clearing, Finn realized that their adventure had just begun. For in this magical realm, they'd not only discover the wonders of the Starry Isles, but also the strength and courage within themselves. The journey, he knew, was going to be filled with challenges and triumphs, laughter and new friendships, and it was all happening right here in the Whispering Woods. And with that thought, Finn took a deep breath, squeezed his friend's hands, and stepped forward, ready to embrace whatever adventures awaited them. Now, dear children, remember that life is full of adventures, just like Finn's journey to the Sky Pirate Cove. Sometimes the greatest discoveries aren't found in maps or compasses, but in the courage and kindness that live within each one of you. So keep your hearts open to the magic all around you, and who knows what wonders you might find.